Hi guys, welcome back to 100% Mag. So hope you're all staying safe and well out there. So yesterday we seen confirmation, of course, that Darlow had officially left Newcastle United after being at the club for 10 years. That is another player that has left the club from the previous regime. Of course, we've already seen Maxi go to Saudi Arabia for Al Ahly, of course, in putting out a very emotional message yesterday, and now of course we are seeing Darlow also putting out an emotional message yesterday, of course, after being with the club for 10 years. His message, of course, read, leaving Nufc was always going to be incredibly tough, a fabulous club with a very special fan base. My family and I have made incredible friends and unforgettable memories from our time in the Northeast that will always stay with us. I would like to thank every player and staff member I've worked with throughout my time at the club, and especially you Geordie fans for your continued support. Always to see the club now with such momentum and optimism ahead makes me proud to have been a part of it. Thank you all again, and good luck for the future. I will be following, always believing. Of course, ended off the special goodbye message from Darlow. Now, of course, he's going to Leeds United. Fabrizio Romano put it out, official confirmed. Darlow joins Leeds United from Newcastle United. Keith Downey as well putting it out, saying Darlow joins Leeds for an undisclosed fee, rumoured to be around 400k. And you've heard me thoughts on that already. I do believe 400k, if that is the fee that we're getting for Darlow, is an absolute rip-off of a fee. He should definitely be worth over a million at least, for the calibre of goalkeeper that he is. Yes, everybody knows I'm not the biggest fan of Darlow, but the guy had ability. He did have ability when he did get his chance to show it. It's just unfortunate, that he just wasn't at that level to be able to, be the number one goalkeeper for Newcastle. He filled in at times from that number two role, and at one point, had to be the number one for a temporary basis, whilst there was a few players out injured in the goalkeeping department. But he did his job when he was called upon. He didn't really complain too much about it, neither, having to be the number one behind Martin Dubravka. So, at the end of the day, good luck to Darlow. He's going to a really good club there as well in Leeds United. They have a pretty good fan base for their side as well, and I'm sure we'll see him back in the Premier League at some point, being in the opposite dugout, of course, or being in the opposite goal, with Leeds United against where Newcastle, of course, put out a message saying Darlow has joined Leeds United for an undisclosed fee. We would like to thank Cole for his efforts both on and off the pitch through his time at the club, and wish him all the very best for the future. Good luck, Darlow. Of course, there was a farewell video put up as well. It was a very emotional day yesterday, having to see the likes of Maxi put up a farewell video and a farewell message, then Darlow as well. But this is what we expected, this is what we knew was going to come with these kind of owners. We have to move on, we have to sell these players to move forward, and they were going to move on eventually. We can't hold on to the likes of Darlow if we're wanting to be in the Champions League every season. It's the same with other players that are still there at the moment as well. Ryan Fraser, he'll be another one that'll be going soon as well. Matt Ritchie, he'll be another one, that'll probably be leaving the club at the end of the season, more than likely, when he decides he wants to retire. I'm sure that'll be when, we'll see the back of Matt Ritchie. And that'll be a sad one, I've got to say, because, I really do love Matt Ritchie as a player. He always gave everything for Newcastle. Just unfortunate, that he's getting on in his age now, and he just can't quite play the way he did when he first came to the club. of course, from Bournemouth. Paul Dummett, he'll be another one, and in my eyes, Paul Dummett should retire with the club. He's been here since only about 3 years old. He's rised right away through the ranks at Newcastle United. He's kept himself, in and around the first team for all that time since he got his chance to be in the first team as well. So, for me, Paul Dummett should definitely be retiring with Newcastle United, but that'll be a sad one, as well. Probably even more so because he is a local lad, so that will be a really, really sad day when we'll have to see, Paul Dummett hang up his boots. Just plenty of, tweets about Darlow as well. And in the transfer news of players departing, there is news, of course, that came out today of Harrison Ashby being close to a move on loan to Swansea with a medical scheduled for next week, of course, according to reports what NUFC 360 is putting up on Twitter. I don't know where they've gotten this from, where they're picking up their reports from, but they are quite, reliable over there. They do report, of course, and they do retweet quite a few tweets from credible journalists. So maybe it's a credible journalist that has come out and said it, maybe somebody along the lines of Keith Downey, but only time will tell on that one. But of course, if Harrison Ashby's going out on loan to Swansea, then that means that we've obviously got somebody coming in for that position, because we wouldn't be getting rid of somebody like Harrison Ashby, if we could use them this season, because that is a player, that could do something for this season. So if he is going out, of course, on loan to Swansea, then that means that, of course, we do have somebody in. Maybe it could be Tino Livramento, who knows? At the minute, it remains to be seen on who it could be. But surely, if he's going out, Harrison's going out, then that means we have to have somebody coming in, because I don't think Eddie Howe's going to want to, get rid of a player if we don't have the adequate cover in that area, because then that's going to put we at a risk of needing to find a right back then to cover for Kieran Trippier, because Trippier can't play every game, and he does have to rotate in the matches as well, coming off as a substitute in the matches. So, of course, that means that there's definitely something happening if Harrison Ashby's making his way on loan to Swansea on that one. And of course, today, on this day, 27 years ago, Newcastle signed probably one of the best, if not the best, in my eyes, English strikers in Alan Shearer for a fee of £15 million. When you think about it, 27 years ago, you could get Alan Shearer for £15 million. To get a player of Alan Shearer's calibre these days, it would be well into the 300 million bracket. Look at how much, the likes of Neymar went for to PSG. Look at the likes of, what Mbappe is being priced at as well at PSG. Look at the price of Haaland as well. So it would be a massive fee to bring somebody in like an Alan Shearer in this day and age. But think about it, 27 years ago, you could get a player of Alan Shearer's ability for 15 million. That is absolutely crazy when you consider the talent and how much it costs for a player of Shearer's ability in this day and age. That just shows you how far football has come in such a very short space of time. I know 27 years isn't that short of a space of time, but it is, pretty short when you think about it in football terms. That Alan Shearer was 15 million back then. In today's money, it will be well over 300 million for a player of that calibre. So that just shows you, how much football has changed in just that 27 years. It's absolutely crazy. But let us know your thoughts down in the comments below on everything said in this video. I know it hasn't been a very chocked up video full of information, but I will, of course, be doing some other videos on the channel in the coming days as well, of the Premier League prediction table for this coming season, of course. So keep an eye out on the channel for that one. If you haven't seen me videos from yesterday, then please do go and check them out if you haven't already checked them out, and make sure I hit a like on them as well. Make sure I hit a like on this one as well, because it does help to grow the channel moving forward, and we're on the road to 2k subscribers. So if we can hit that, of course, before the season starts, that would be absolutely amazing. And if you want to become a member of the channel, then it's only $1.99 a month. Of course, you get perks of a shout out on the channel once a month, and you get priority reply to your comments down in the comments below. And if you don't want to do that, then of course you can hit the super thanks if you want as well, to show a little bit extra support to the channel. And any donations to the super thanks are of course all appreciated and not taken for granted. Until next time, I'll see you all in the next one, and how are the lads.